love is love and we're all equal.
That's the message hundreds of people at the Southwest Florida Pride Festival say they want the community to embrace. The theme of the 8th annual event, Equality Needs You. 4 New Corners' Jillian Idle spending the day at the event, and she has more on what it means to the community.
Without this community, things cannot happen for the gay community as well as the straight community. It's an alliance.
An alliance attendees at the Southwest Florida Pride Festival say is vital to having a united community.
It's a very unsafe world still.
Visuality co-founder Carrie Cohane says they want to reach LGBT youth and remind them it's okay to be their true, authentic self.
We're trying to show tomorrow's adults that there are safe places that aren't bars, that aren't meetup places, that you can just hang out, have fun.
Whether that's walking around an event hand in hand, wearing rainbow wings, or listening to music with a same-sex partner. And people like Patrick Johnson say they're also here to show their support for victims of the Orlando shooting that happened back in June.
It's everyone's responsibility to show the support and let everybody know that we live in a world where we still are loved, and that's the key.
And also to live in a world that's one step closer to accepting someone for who they truly are.
Just 2 days before the next presidential debate, Donald Trump has been heard making lewd and sexually charged comments about women. The recordings, obtained by the Washington Post and NBC News, were made in 2005 during a conversation Trump had with Billy Bush, then a host of the television show Access Hollywood. Trump had recently married his third wife, Melania, and is heard bemoaning that he tried and failed to seduce an unidentified married woman.
I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and she was married.
That's huge news, Sarah.
I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there, and she was married. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the I can do anything.
The comments, which appeared to condone sexual violence, were swiftly condemned by Hillary Clinton's campaign. In a tweet, the Democratic presidential nominee said, "This is horrific. We cannot allow this man to become president." The Republican presidential nominee issued a rare apology to anyone offended, calling it locker room banter. But Trump compared it to conversations he claims to have had with Clinton's husband, Bill. Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, declined questions shouted by reporters Friday night in Rossford, Ohio.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
More than 30 senior Republicans have withdrawn support from Donald Trump after his obscene comments about making sexual advances on women were aired across America. But Trump, seen here outside Trump Towers in New York, remains defiant just hours before Sunday night's second presidential debate. Senator John McCain, who in 2008 was the Republican presidential nominee, is perhaps the most prominent defector. There are no excuses for Donald Trump's offensive behaviour. Cindy and I will not vote for him, he tweeted. But there's also former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, who wrote on Facebook, "Enough, Donald Trump should not be president." House of Representatives Speaker Paul Ryan was booed at a Wisconsin rally where he spoke of a troubling situation and an elephant in the room, adding that he's sickened by Trump's comments. Trump was due to attend the rally, but Ryan said he was no longer welcome. Another former Republican presidential candidate, Mitt Romney, has also defected.
Religion, and I was offended and dismayed by by what was said and done by Mr. Trump. I think it's degrading to our women, to our daughters, our granddaughters, to future generations.
Now the question's being asked, can the Republican Party somehow dump Trump? Reports suggest party leaders discussed exactly that on Friday night. According to the party's National Committee, it's only authorised to make a change by reason of death, declination or otherwise of the Republican candidate.
In a stunning turn of events, Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz, who led an investigation into Clinton's emails and Benghazi, was the first sitting Republican member of Congress to pull his support for Trump. Here's what he had to say to CNN last night.
You know, my wife, Julie, and I, we got a 15-year-old daughter. Do you think I can look her in the eye and tell her that I endorse Donald Trump for president when he acts like this? And his apology, that was no apology. That was an apology for getting caught.
So こに入ったとこだったけど、なんか地震かなっていうような音がしてですね、ちょっと揺れもあったんですよ。で、ドンという時は何かなと思ったら、そのテレビ塔でですね、阿蘇山が爆破したということで聞いてですね。で、ちょうど自宅の方はそんなまでこう火山灰なかったけど、この事務所の方がですね、すごくて来てびっくりしました。はい。
There are fears that disease could threaten survivors of Hurricane Matthew, which has already taken the lives of nearly 900 people in Haiti. Cholera has killed more than a dozen in the southwest, according to officials. Still more are being treated in hospital in Jeremy. The Pan American Health Organization has warned of a huge surge in cholera cases. The poor Caribbean island has been hit by widespread flooding. This local politician says a lot of people died. Yesterday we registered 438 dead in my region. We've got 25 people suffering from cholera. A lot of people are wounded. The situation is dire. It's a catastrophe. The UN's emergency fund is releasing $5 million for Haiti. It's already loaned $8 million to UNICEF to respond to the cholera outbreak. It's estimated 750,000 people need emergency aid.
أتينا إلى هنا في الضربة الأولى أول ما ضربوا وبعدين جينا ندخل نسعف إذا بالضربة الثانية فعلت مجزرة مروعة بالمئات بالعشرات تحت الأنقاض عزاء جاوا يعزوا لا جاوا يقاتلوا ولا حملوا سلاح على آل سعود هؤلاء الفجرة.
يا حسبنا الله من بين المكامع فيه والأمور طيبة بإذن الله.
نندد دور الأمم المتحدة الصامت لما حدث يوم أمس من مجزرة بالعاصمة صنعاء، فهذا الصمت يعتبر خزي وعار لكم أيها الأمم المتحدة على صمتكم هذا. إن صمتم بعد الآن فالعار هو حليفكم إلى الأبد.
The United Nations now says the strikes that hit the Sanaa Community Hall on Saturday killed more than 140 people. Hundreds had gathered there for the wake of the father of a senior official from Yemen's new Houthi-run government. That's when locals say at least 2 missiles struck, leaving the hall in smoldering ruins. As investigators combed through the wreckage on Sunday, locals expressed outrage.
This is a heinous crime one can barely imagine. No one ever thought they would strike a mourning hall. Can anyone imagine hitting people mourning a death?
The death toll was one of the largest in any single incident since the Saudi-led coalition began military operations against the Houthis last year. The U.S. announced an immediate review of its support for the coalition, which denied any role in the strikes. And with UN officials saying more than 500 were injured, many fear the death toll could still rise again.
Typhoon Eri continues to linger in the South China Sea, bringing heavy rain to China's southeastern coastal areas. Weather authorities say the storm's expected to move northwards on Monday to China's Hainan Island and Guangdong province. Experts have yet to figure out whether the storm will make landfall in China, as they're not sure if the cold weather system heading down from the north will disrupt the typhoon. Parts of Taiwan have already been hit by downpours over the past 3 days. Heavy rain and gales have also been seen in China's Guangdong, Fujian and Zhejiang provinces during the weekend.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office is working to find out who broke into 2 churches this week.
Nothing was stolen, but both churches, they'll be paying out thousands of dollars in repairs. CBS North Carolina's Derek Lewis shows us the damage.
A cleaning company at Little River Presbyterian is working to get the church back to normal after someone broke in and vandalized the place.
They managed to get the door open. When they accessed the room, they did not focus on anything except the safe. And as you can see, they used a hammer to knock the dial and the handle off the safe in order to get it open.
Fortunately, they couldn't. Earl McKee, the church's property committee chairman, believes that's when they found a fire extinguisher. Residue was left all over desks, tables, and cabinets throughout the church.
Any attack on a place of worship, regardless if it's a church, a mosque, a synagogue, cathedral, it doesn't matter. It's an attack on society.
A disturbing viral trend featuring clowns has made its way to Perth, triggering a warning by police. This security footage was apparently captured at a Kelmscott home. A prankster dressed as a clown to scare members of the public. The craze began in the US and has quickly spread to other countries. WA police say they've received no complaints but have warned there's a fine line between a harmless prank and creating fear.